Hey there, this video is going to cover operations with rational numbers, and specifically we're going to be talking about how to do operations with improper fractions. That means we're going to be adding them together, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. To get started, I want to give you the opportunity to log on to the Desmos Scientific Calculator. That's what we're going to be using today. You can find the direct link on our Canvas homepage, or you can just search on Google Desmos Scientific Calculator and it should come right up. You are also welcome to use an actual handheld calculator if you have one and would like to use that. This arrow is pointing to our fraction button. A separate video will be linked on this assignment in order to kind of show you how that calculator works. You can also use this calculator. You'll notice right here is the fraction button. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We want to add together 3/10 plus 3/4, and we're going to write our answer in fraction in simplest form. So when we use a calculator, it eliminates the need to actually simplify by hand. We're going to go to our calculator and we're going to go ahead and type that in. So 3/10, so on your calculator, so we're going to click the fraction button first, 3/10. Make sure you arrow over so you're no longer in your fraction, plus 3/4. Click the fraction button again, 3/4. And you'll see my answer over here is on the side, 1.05. Now, if you'll notice that circle right next to it says convert to fraction. If I hover over it, you can see that. If I click on it, it will convert that to a fraction, 21/20. I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to write my answer, 21/20, and that is my simplified answer. I'm done. Nothing else needs to be done. All right, my next problem, subtraction. So if I go to my calculator, I want to do -1/2 minus 3/8. Clear all, negative. You'll use the minus sign as a negative sign, so it's right down here. Negative, click the fraction, -1/2, 1/2, arrow over or tap to the side, if minus 3/8. So 3/8 equals -0.875, and as a fraction, when I click that button, -7/8. -7/8. And finally, 7/6 minus -2/9. Now, when your problem includes parentheses, make sure you include them. Don't leave them off. That can affect your answer. So 7/6 minus -2/9. So let's demonstrate that one last one. So 7/6, so fraction button, 7/6, arrow over, minus parentheses over here on the left, negative fraction 2/9. And if I arrow over, I'm going to hit that parentheses, and my answer pops up to the right, and I click that fraction button, 25/18. That's simplified as possible because that's what a calculator will do, and I'm done. Now, this problem, it's your turn to try and simplify this problem. Now, as a hint, you can type it all straight into your calculator without having to simplify anything else. Take a second, pause, and try this one on your own. All right. The answer to this problem should be -1/30. All right. As for other operations such as multiplication, when we want to multiply fractions to whole numbers, same thing applies. I just go to my calculator, clear all, fraction 4/9 times by 54. whoops, not 51, 54. And I get the final answer of 24. Now, I'm not going to take the time to toggle back and forth and demonstrate typing each one of these into your calculator, but the purpose of this page is to represent each of these problems as multiplication. Remember that the x means to multiply, the dot means to multiply, as well as if the two numbers are next to each other with just parentheses, that also means to multiply. So keep that in mind as we go through the different problems. I'm just going to write down the answer for these. If you'd like the extra practice, go ahead and write these in. So my final answer for this problem should be 12 over 5. And on this next one, my answer should be 1 over 15. Your turn. So try this next one on your own. Take a second, pause. Hey, what do you get? All right. When we type that straight into our calculator, what do we get? We get 15 over 77. Continuing. Okay, divide, write your answer as a fraction. So here we go. The one thing I want to show you about the Desmos calculator is division is a tiny bit weird. So here we go. Clear it. We want to do our first fraction, which was 15 over 7. Now you'll notice that here's my division button over here. I'm going to click divide. You'll notice that it doesn't show that division symbol. It shows it as a fraction. Remember, division and fractions act as the same function. So 15 over 7 divided by, and that problem did have parentheses. It was another fraction, and we had negative 18 over 35. And you'll see when I click my fraction at the end, I get negative 25 over 6, negative 25 over 6. And that's just my final answer. Okay, you go ahead and try this next one on your own. And what do we get? We get 20 over 49. All right. You can find your assignment on Alex. Make sure you take a picture of your final percentage and submit a screenshot.